Today, we're going to be discussing about today. We're going to be discussing about what is AWS. First, let it fix our agenda. Let it be right down. What exactly we are going to be? Please. What is AWS? We're going to be discussing for today. By end, we are going to be conclude. What is the difference between DevOps with AWS? This is an exactly we're going to be discussing for today. This is an exactly we're going to be discussing for today. In the last session, we understood very clearly what is DevOps. Before starting the session, before understanding what is AWS, let us revise one more time. What is DevOps? What is DevOps? One more time, quickly, within 5 to 10 minutes, what we have understood in the last session, what we have discussed. Then we will be continue what is AWS and what is the difference between DevOps and AWS. We'll discuss by today. So before starting, I have few questions I want to discuss with you. So we have discussed already in the last session, what is an application? What is a server? What is an SDLC, software development lifecycle? What is an application? What is a server? What is an SDLC? We are going to be discussing, guys, please. So firstly, what is an application? The working software, which is written any programming, we call as an application. The working software, which is written any programming, we call as an application like Flipkart or Amazon, Book My Show, whatever. That application we're going to be placing on server side. We're going to be placing on server side. Once if it is placing on server side, once if it is placing on server side, we can access our internet as a website. I'll repeat one more time. Listen very carefully. What is an application? The working software, which is written any programming, we call as an application. That application we're going to be placing on server side. Once if it is placing on server side, once if it is placing on server side, we can access our internet as a website. But what about SDLC? SDLC is a software development lifecycle. In SDLC, we have several stages like analysis, design, implementation, testing, deploy, and maintenance. In SDLC, we have several stages, several phases, several stages, several phases. We have like analysis, design, implementation, testing, deploy, and maintenance. By following these all the stages and phases, we can produce an application for doing a business like Flipkart or Amazon, Book My Show. Clear? If you want an implement, if you want a build a Flipkart kind of applications, how exactly the login page, registration page. So we're gonna be following these are all the stages. Following these are all the stages. By following these are all the stages, we can produce this application. For example, how how exactly we are gonna be doing, guys, please first, what is an exactly analysis means? What, how exactly the login page, registration page, payment gateway, what is an exactly business model? We are gonna be gathering information. Once if it is gathering information, on top of it will be design. Design is nothing but a plan. According to the plan, our developers will implement the lines of code. Once if it is in implement the lines of code, our testers will be verify the functionality. Once if it is verified, we're going to be deploying our applications on hundreds of servers. Once if it is deploying on hundreds of servers, we can access our internet as a website. And whether it is working or not, we're going to be monitor and maintenance. This entire process, which you're calling as what? SDLC, software development lifecycle. In SDLC, either directly or indirectly, you are part of SDLC. If you are a software engineer, directly or indirectly, you are part of SDLC, software development lifecycle. If you are a developer, can write the code. If you are a developer, can write the code. If you are a tester, verify the functionality. But what exactly DevOps engineer does? So what is a DEV, guys, please? DEV is nothing but what? Software development. OPS is nothing but what? Operation. The combination of software development plus operation, we call as what? DevOps. That means our roles and responsibility start from dev environment, ends with operations. Start from dev environment, ends with what? Operations. Ends with what? Operations, guys, please. That means what? You're part of coding, build, test, release, deploy, operation, and monitor. And monitoring, guys, please. And monitoring. To be frankly, we are not writing any coding. We are not writing any test cases. Just we are going to be in implementing an automated DevOps transparent pipeline. So DevOps is not a technology. DevOps is a process. Which process? An automated process. DevOps is an automated process. We're going to be in implementing an automated process from dev environment to operation. Usually what will happen? The developers are keep on writing lines of code. These lines of code, we are going to be making working software. We're going to be delivering into the production environment within a shortest time, with a high quality, with low cost, with an automation, with a transparent way. We are going to be delivering working software from dev environment to production environment. Let me repeat one more time this point. As a DevOps engineer, we are going to be in implementing an automated DevOps process from dev environment to operation. While we implementing an automated DevOps process, make sure whether you are going to be delivering working software within a shortest time with the high quality, with low cost is nothing but what? DevOps transparent pipeline. But as a DevOps engineer, we're going to be replacing with what? Complex pipeline with what? Transparent pipeline. The complex pipeline is an SDLC, software development lifecycle is a complex pipeline. A transparent pipeline is a DevOps process. Why we are calling SDLC is a complex pipeline? Why? Because it is a manual process from analysis to design, design to implementation, implementation testing, testing to deploy, deploy to maintenance. It is a manual process. Due to this manual process, if you got an issue, any problem, for identification, it will take a long time. For resolving issue also, it will take a long time. For resolving issue also, it will take a long time, please. That means what? Quality decreased, cost will be increased. So to overcome this problem, we're going to be replacing with what? Our DevOps transparent pipeline. DevOps transparent pipeline. So due to this transparent, even if we got an issue, easily we can able to identify, easily we can able to rectify the problem as soon as possible. So that is the reason we are going to be replacing with what? Our complex pipeline with what? Transparent pipeline. But actual DevOps transparent pipeline is look like this only. In this DevOps transparent pipeline, we have a plan, coding, integration, testing, release, deploy, and operations. As a DevOps engineer, our roles and responsibilities start from dev environment, ends with what? Operation. That means we are part of coding, integration, testing, release, deploy, and operations. And operation. And operation. To be frankly, we are not part of planning. We are not writing any coding. We are not writing any test cases. Just we are going to be implementing an automated DevOps transparent pipeline from dev environment to operation. For implementing this DevOps transparent pipeline, which are all the tools we're going to be using? We're going to be using Git, Maven, Jenkins, JFrog, SonarQube, Ansible, Chef, Amazon Web Services, AWS, Docker, Kubernetes, Vagrant, Negios, ELK, Elastic, Logstack, Kibana, and Terraform. These are all the tools we are going to be using for implementing our DevOps transparent pipeline. DevOps transparent pipeline. DevOps transparent pipeline. How exactly we are going to be using these are all the tools? Let us try to understand, guys, please. By helping of Git, Maven, Jenkins, JFrog, SonarQube. Git is a version control. Maven is a build tool. Jenkins is an automation tool. JFrog is a release. SonarQube is a code analyzer. By helping of Git, Maven, Jenkins, JFrog, SonarQube, we are going to be implementing our CI/CD process, continuous integration, making working software, and continuous delivery. Continuous integration, continuous delivery. Once if it is in implementing continuous integration, continuous delivery, we're going to be deploying our applications on hundreds of servers. We're going to be deploying our applications on hundreds of servers, please. These hundreds of servers, how exactly we can able to automate by helping of configuration management. By helping of configuration management, we can able to replace with what? A manual configuration process. Manual configuration process replace with an automated process on a hundreds of servers. A manual configuration process replace with what? An automated process on a hundreds of servers. But this configuration management supported by Ansible and Chef. Ansible is a push model. Chef is a pull model. One push model we're going to be learning. One pull model we're going to be learning. But these hundreds of servers, from where exactly we can able to get it? From AWS. We can deploy our applications, our websites on a hundreds of AWS servers by helping of Ansible and Chef. I'll repeat. We can able to get hundreds of servers from AWS. These hundreds of service we can automate by helping of Ansible and Chef. By helping of Ansible and Chef. Not only deploying our applications on AWS, we can deploy on Docker containers. We can deploy on Docker containers, please. We can deploy on Docker containers, please. Docker. Containers, please. Docker container is an isolated area which you can place our applications very easily with low cost, with a high performance. It is just like a real-time containers. How exactly we are using a real-time container the same way, we can able to use our Docker containers also. How exactly we are controlling, how exactly we can manage. These are all the containers by this ship. A single ship can manage or control all our containers same way. All our Docker containers we can manage with Kubernetes. Kubernetes just like a ship. By using Kubernetes, we can manage or control all our Docker containers, please. We can able to learn Vagrant. Vagrant is a virtual provisioning tool. Vagrant is a virtual provisioning tool. We're going to be learning Negios. Negios is system monitoring. Elk is an application monitoring, please. And we're going to be learning Terraform. Terraform is a cross-cloud platform. By helping of Terraform, we can create infrastructure in any cloud, either AWS or Azure or Google. By helping of these are all the tools: Git, Maven, Jenkins, JFrog, SonarQube, Ansible, Chef, AWS, Docker, Kubernetes, Vagrant, Negios, Elk, and Terraform. We can able to implement an automated DevOps transparent pipeline. An automated DevOps transparent pipeline. An automated DevOps transparent pipeline. So while we implementing DevOps transparent pipeline, after successful implementing CI/CD process, we are going to be deploying our applications on hundreds of servers. For implementing this DevOps transparent pipeline, we have required infrastructure. That infrastructure, from where exactly we can able to get it? From where exactly we can able to get infrastructure? Please tell me, what is infrastructure? What is infrastructure? What is infrastructure? So before understanding what is infrastructure, tell me, what is application? What is an application? Application is just like a website, am I right? For maintaining our application, for deploying our websites, what kind of infrastructure is required? It majorly, the major infrastructure like servers, network, database, storage, and so on. These are all major infrastructure is required for deploying our application, for maintaining our applications. So these are all infrastructure is required. Either servers are required, networks are required, database is required, storage is required. From how many ways we can able to get this infrastructure? How many ways to get infra, please? Either we can able to get a physical form, in virtual form, or from cloud. But what is a cloud, please? What is cloud computing? What is cloud computing as, please? What is cloud computing as, please tell me? What is cloud computing as, please tell me? What is cloud computing as, please tell me? The cloud computing, before understanding what is a cloud computing. So try to understand what is a data center. The huge computing for keeping in a rack wise in a big room, we calling as a data center. The huge computing for keeping in a rack wise in a big room, we calling as what? Data center. We calling as what? Data center. These data centers are located in different geographical locations in Singapore, in Malaysia, in Mumbai, in Hyderabad, in so many places. These data centers are located. What is a cloud computing? If we can access the remote place resources like this kind of data center, if we can access any kind of resources like servers and network storage, our internet in a virtual form from a laptop is nothing but what? Cloud computing. Is what is a cloud computing? So the remote placed data centers, resources such as server, network, storage, database, if we can access our internet in virtual form from your laptop is nothing but what? Cloud computing. I'll repeat one more time. Listen very carefully. The remote place resources such as network storage databases, if we can access our internet from a laptop is nothing but what? Cloud computing. Any cloud is a rental based infrastructure. Any cloud is a rental based infrastructure only. By using any cloud, we can able to get rental based infrastructure for deploying our applications, for maintaining our websites. Based on usage, we are going to be paying rent for every month. Rent for every month. Rent for every month. So which is easy for you, please? Build the news and select the news. Build, then use, select the news. Which is easy for you, please? Which is easy for you, please? Which is easy for you, please? Build the news and select the news, please. For example, to understand, If you want to go to railway station, buy car. So for getting car, which is easy for you? Rental car easy or buying car easy? Definitely rental car. Book a walla cab within 5 minutes, 10 minutes. The car is available at a doorstep. Getting into the car, reach your railway station. Whatever tariff you can be pay, that's it. But buying car is not like that. It is not easy, am I right? The same way, for deploying our applications, for maintaining our applications, what kind of infrastructure we required as a rental based, we can able to get it from cloud. Which cloud we're going to be using as please? AWS, Amazon Web Services. In Amazon Web Services, totally we are going to be discussing about 4 models. Which are all the model guys, please? VPC model, EC2 model, RDS model, and S3 model. Totally we have a 4 models we're going to be discussing: VPC model, EC2 model, RDS model, and S3 model. 4 models we are going to be using. VPC is nothing but a network. EC2 is nothing but a server. RDS is nothing but database. S3 is nothing but a storage. What is a VPC? VPC is nothing but a network. EC2, sorry. EC2 is nothing but a servers. Database is nothing but a RDS. S3 is nothing but a storage. So, what kind of infrastructure is required? That infrastructure we can able to get it from cloud, AWS cloud, and easily deploying our application by using DevOps process by helping of DevOps, an automated process. But let us try to understand what is a VPC, what is EC2, what is RDS, what is S3. Let us try to understand one by one. What is a VPC, guys, please? VPC is nothing but a virtual private cloud. Virtual private cloud. By helping of VPC, we can able to get a virtual network over internet. Over internet is nothing but what? VPC. So a office kind of network, if you go for any office, the physical wiring connecting with laptop, the same kind of physical network, the same kind of a private virtual network, we're going to be accessing over internet in a virtual form is nothing but what? VPC, virtual private network. So in AWS, can anybody can getting, you and me, anybody can able to getting into the AWS like Facebook, like Gmail. After getting into the Gmail, so that means what? He can able to see all your all the mails, are all he can able to see your mails only. Your mails only. We can't be see my email at same way here also. AWS can anybody getting, but once if it is getting, you can create your private section. In the private section, you can able to create your servers like RDS, like your emails. You can write your emails, you can receive your emails only, but it can't be the other email address. Same here also. Once if it is getting into the AWS, we can able to create our private section with help of VPs. In the private section, we can create our resources like servers and servers or database storage, whatever. So VPC is nothing but what? Virtual private cloud is that your private section where you can place your resources and we can allow or restrict and access them. Who can access? Who can't be accessed? We're going to be writing the rules and regulations, guys, please. But what about EC2? EC2 is like a elastic compute cloud. Elastic compute cloud means a computing power like RAM, CPU, and we can able to access over internet in a flexible kind of thing. That's what we're calling as what? EC2, elastic cloud compute. 1E, 2Cs. 1E, 2Cs. That's what EC2. EC2. By helping of EC2, by helping of EC2, By helping of EC2, we can able to get a server just like your laptop, which are all the components available in laptop. The same component we want to be using in server also. Your laptop is just for your home purpose, but server is for deploying our application, maintaining our applications. For example, if you're understanding, if you want to deploy a Netflix kind of applications, how exactly we can deploy? First, what we need to do, please? First, we need to create a network. First, we need to create a network. Then, on top of, we're going to be creating a server. And we can host our Netflix kind of application. We can host our Netflix kind of application. So once if it is deployed, our application, we can access over internet as it is like this. As it is like this. Clear. But what about customer information, email information, login information, where exactly we can able to store? We can able to maintain in a database, either MySQL, Oracle kind of databases, we can able to use it. Clear understand? So by helping of EPC, we can able to get a network. By helping of EC2, we can able to get a service. By helping of RDS, we can able to get a databases. But what is the purpose? What is the main agenda for Netflix? Why we are using Netflix? By using Netflix, we can able to browse videos, web series. But how? How, where exactly we can maintain those videos? We can maintain external storage like S3. Simple storage service in S3. We can upload, we can download any kind of file. Any kind of file like doc file, image file, audio file, video file, text file, or any kind of file we can upload or we can download over internet. Over internet, it is just like a Google Drive. How we are using Google Drive, the same way we can able to use in S3 bucket also. Simple storage service. It can handle online internet storage. By helping of EPC network, by helping of EC2 service, by helping of RDS database, by helping of S3, we can able to get a storage. By helping of these are all the resources. Okay. We can able to get infrastructure. We can able to get infrastructure. On top of this infrastructure, we can deploy our applications. We can deploy our applications by using our DevOps process. So what is AWS, please? AWS is a rental-based infrastructure. What kind of infrastructure we require? We can able to get a AWS as a rental base. What is a DevOps? DevOps is an automated process. DevOps is an automated process. While we implementing our DevOps process, make sure whether you're going to be delivering within a shortest time, with the high quality, with low cost, with low failure rate is nothing but what? DevOps process. DevOps process. So what we understand for today? What we understand for today? We understood very clearly what is the DevOps, what is AWS, what is the difference between AWS and DevOps. That we are understand very clearly. Before taking your questions, let us revise one more time. Let us revise one more time our course overview. So total duration of this course is 4.5 months plus. In this 4.5 months, it will be covered DevOps, complete DevOps, complete AWS. As a prerequisitions, Linux basics I will be covered, shell script I will be covered. So to join in this course, no programming, Java, .NET, no programming is not required. In this program, in this course, if you want to practice anything, you require a laptop with this minimum configurations. Who can join? Freshers can join in this course. Experienced students can join in this course. Any graduate can also join in this course. Which are all the benefits, guys, please? Daily class recordings after the payment. You are going to be accessing up to 11 months. Resume preparation, interview question and answers, 4 live real-time projects, and 80% of soft materials I'm going to be providing with. Our course starts with very basic level, finish with an advanced level. Each and every class is a practical implemented in front of you that you need to practice in your laptop. After completion of course, you will receive one certificate from our institute. Daily 1 hour class at 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Classes are Monday to Saturday. You're going to be paying 12,000 rupees for complete DevOps, complete AWS for daily recording sessions. If you want to see my course content, please revise this link. Once if it is open, you can see DevOps content. You can see AWS content also. Clear? Is it a perfect? Is it a perfect, please? So I hope you people are understands very clearly. I'm gonna be share this information in the chat box. You can contact this number, you can WhatsApp, you can call. So regarding your admin questions or fees, what kind of any admin kind of question, please be approach this number. I'm gonna be share this information in the chat box. Please be get it out. Just double click on this link, you can able to open. So alternative link also I'm gonna be providing. It's an alternative link. Please be get it out. So that's it, guys, please. So we will continue by tomorrow. Do you have any questions, please, for today's session? Any questions, please, for today's session? That's it, guys, please. We'll be continuing by tomorrow. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Good night, all of you. Thank you.